Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, February 13th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I stay attuned to the divine vibrations. So today is kind of quiet, which I think is good. Little full moon over vibes going on, but the mental energy is still pumping. And there's something that I didn't mention when I was talking about the mental energy, how it's going to kind of continue on a little bit. We have Mercury preparing to shift into Pisces, but over today and into the beginning of Friday, we're going to have Mercury finishing up and then moving into Pisces. So it's going to be at 28 degrees, 29 degrees, those final degrees of Aquarius, but especially 29 is going to be pushing that really strong mental energy. And along with the moon in Virgo and all, the rest of the Aquarius energy going on, it's just pushing those vibes. So continue to take the time to get grounded, to stay grounded, and to connect deeper than just making the mental connections. It can be easy to make the mental connections. It can be easier to stay up here in this land, but gotta get in and be present. So today, like I said, is kind of quiet. We have the moon, like I mentioned, in Virgo, squaring Jupiter and Gemini, speaking of mental vibes. So in this square, when we have Virgo and Gemini squaring, or any of the mutable signs squaring, the mutable signs to me are the information collectors. And so when they're squaring, it's like, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I'm right. I know what's going on. So you may find some of those situations coming up. It may be, this versus that kind of feeling in regards to communications. And speaking of communications, Mercury preparing to shift, that can also increase discrepancy, miscommunications, misunderstandings in these energies. So be aware of it. You don't always have to be right. And even if you are right via your perspective, it doesn't mean that somebody else is wrong. I love when they show like graphics where it's like, here's the graphic and there's 3 lines. But then if you look at it from another thing, there's like 4 lines. And somebody's like, there's 3. And the other person's like, no, there's 4. Perspective matters. And it can make a difference. So keep in mind, because there's a lot of, there's a lot of butting heads, a lot of divide and conquer out there over who's right, who's wrong, and coming from different perspectives, who even knows? This is why we want to connect into the divine perspective, the divine vibrations, and be like, all right, Spirit, I know you're doing something. I know you're doing something there. I would also say today's a really good day just to tune into the vibrational nature, the vibrational energy of things, and recognize the vibrational nature of everything, and noticing what you feel kin to and what you feel not connected to in and through these energies. I also want to mention that the sun is connecting with Ceres, and Ceres represents mother energy. And so mothering yourself a little, nurturing yourself, this full moon, these energies this last week were a doozy. And while I think it's kind of winding down, we're still coming out of the intensity of all of the Uranus energy. So seeing where you need to nurture yourself, maybe it is vibrationally, maybe it's physically, but noticing, actually, I think in my cards, I believe it's all of the layers. Moon and Virgo is body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart, please. Nurture yourself on all of those layers. The top of the card is also the laziness. So like I said, full moon over, rest where you can, recalibrate, take that time to ground in, take that time to breathe, take that time to connect to more than just your mental vibration. We got the Shouldasaurus going on, so the morality card, watch for the shoulds. Actually, morality and control, so it's the king and the queen of swords showing up in this energy. So like I said, the mental energy is strong, And both the queen and the king think that they know what's up, but they're seeing things from different perspective, even if that perspective is yin and yang. Joe always says that he really likes that book, Men Are from Mars, Women Are from Venus, because the yin and the yang can have different experiences of the same thing. And that, again, is okay, but just recognizing that is important, because we can get so caught up on you're right and I'm wrong. We also have the Sun card showing up, so there is some bright light in this energy. Whew, but it's been a haul. That's kind of it for today. I did pull some cat chaos cards. Speaking of yin and yang, right brain, left brain, people, I pulled right brain, taking a little time for creativity. And here is, oops, I need to turn off my phone. Here is the little water crystal. I pulled light codes, which again makes a lot of sense with the energies, right? These Aquarian energies tuning into the vibrations, tuning into the light codes. Speaking of King of Swords, here's another King of Swords moment. Watch your mental energy and see where you can take the reins. I know if I let the reins go, I end up with a pile of flying monkeys, like running around all over the place. So I've learned to keep my reins a little tighter. Boundaried is, I guess, a good word. Makes sense. I have Mercury and Scorpio, right? Like, my mind needs boundaries. We also have cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So a little cow support, a little miraculous cow support energy. And this feels very Taurus. So a reminder, connecting into nature to support yourself in and through these energies. So I'm going to leave this here. I got to announce it's time to begin the eclipse readings for 2025. Our first eclipse is going to be March 7th. I have my cheat sheet right here. What is the date? No, March 13th. So a month from today. And then the second one is March 29th. They will be in Virgo and Aries. And interestingly about the Aries eclipse, the degree is 9 degrees. But this is where we have Venus going retrograde and Mercury going retrograde right there. So yeah. So book a reading, email me for that. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust your process and the larger process unfolding. Namaste.